Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday night. It's 8 o'clock. I'm here. You're here, hopefully. And look, we're going to make a swan. Now, interestingly enough, I seem to have some tools back here now so that I can hopefully see some comments, which I've not been able to do for ages. So that's really good. So I will just wait a few minutes and check in that everybody's here and that everybody's happy. And we will get going. So, yeah, good. Right. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Sylvia. Just getting the anxiety levels down. So just bear with me whilst I get my brain together. All right, look, I've got comments. This is amazing. So, good evening, Wendy. Good evening, Barbara. Hi, Rose. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Ben. Hello, Jeffrey. All the way from the US of A. Lorraine. Angie. Debbie. Marvellous. This is all working then. Yeah. Hey. Little girl's all right. I, as you'll discover in the next hour, I'm still suffering the end result of all of that. So, no, I'm going to be good. I've got just at the drug ends of some antibiotics for a chest infection, which she gave to me, thanks to all the stuff she went through. But I'm absolutely fine. I don't feel at all ill. It's just if I talk too much, it occasionally gets to me. So, but I will try and do my absolute best not to cough all the way through this. And I say, I feel fine, so we won't go on about it. Let me just check. So I want to try and keep going back up to see if the image is still working okay. But hello, Viv. Oh, hello from Holland. Wow, I have no idea how to pronounce that. I don't even know if you can tell me. But hello, I've got you. So hi, Sarah, Lynn, Elaine, Anne, Sonia, Western. Is that Western New York? Western. Oh, sorry. So June's got a bad cold too. Wendy said, alarm had... No, I know. Yes. My mum sent me a message and said, Hannah, you're not going live at 8 a.m. Change it. And I was like, oh, dear. So when your own mother has to tell you to change your events, you've got to worry, haven't you? Bless her heart. So Eleanor from Mexico. That's wonderful. I think I should do less talking and more working today. Oh, I've been fine all day. Our blooming news is going to kick off. Right, here we go. I think this one might be quite easy, which probably means it's going to be an absolute disaster, because everything that I think is easy turns out to be really difficult, and everything that I think is difficult turns out to be really easy. I have not coughed once all day. You lot are a bad influence on me. I've got an 8-inch square here, which you can't see. Here we go. Ta-da! There's our 8-inch square. The reason why I want an 8-inch square is because I can use the corners. Because look at our swan. He's quite long, isn't he? I know it's a he because he's got this big black bubble on his nose. Apparently makes it a boy. So I'm going to use, if I use an 8-inch round, I'd struggle to get these ends on. So I'm going to use an 8-inch square, and I'm just going to cut this shape out, okay? Side point, if you wanted to do a neck up swan, you would just have to put a metal rod in the front and bend it, okay? It's really not that difficult to do. So have that in mind when you're doing this. If you wanted to, it'd be quite easy to turn this into a swan up, neck up swan. But we'll do it as a lay down swan, so it's only got an hour. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'll just keep a check on those comments. But I'll tell you what normally happens is I lose the comments quite quickly. And what I do is I run through afterwards. So if you want to talk to me, if you want to ask anything, I run through afterwards and I'll go through all the comments, okay? And I'll answer each and every one. So if you do ask a question, either the gang will generally jump on it and answer for me, which because they're lovely. If not, I'll have a scroll through later and answer them, okay? So I tend to lose the comments quite quickly because just me, myself and I, it's just me. I don't have a team helping me out. Elaine, no, 8-inch square, but a 10-inch round, a 10-inch round will do this as well, but an 8-inch square is the most kind of effective way because it's the less wastage. But if you haven't got an 8-inch square, then a 10-inch round, your 8-inch round is not long enough to get the length on. But let's give it a go. Oh, shut up. So what I'm going to do is carve an oval shape, really. An ellipse? No, I don't know what shape. It's an oval with pointy bits. I'm just going to carve something, right? I will come back to you. I just have to stand up to do this bit. So I'm going to take advantage of this bit and this bit, okay? And all I'm going to do, round my camera. Now, guys, I have buttercreamed the inside of this just to give myself a little head start. So this is all I'm doing, is I'm taking off this bit. Oh, right around the camera. Oh, try not to knock it. And I'm going to do the other side. This is, I swear, the easiest carve ever, honestly. Pair of lips shape. Is that a good enough shape? Pair of lips. You want it pointy at each end. Okay? And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to round it. Because the minute it's flat on the top, and it needs to be, your edges rounded, okay? So I'm just going to round this one off. Oops. And I'm going to round this one off. So I'm just taking off the top edges. Woo, sliding it, hang on. Okay, now then. Your swan comes up at the back in that cheeky little tail. And then he's got a raise here, down and then up. So if we use this as the raised bit, that's like where the wings come together. We just carve in a bit here, and then we're going to carve back up here. Like that. Did you see it? That was a bit of magic, that was there. And then I'm just going to slope the front down, okay, because otherwise his neck's going to come up too high. So I'm going to take the same thing, and come here, and I'm going to slope down to this front angle here. That easy. That is it. That is your swan carved. Told you it was an easy one. It's just nothing to do, is it? There we go, back up there. Let's just check you're looking at that. Everyone still with me? Rugby ball. There we go. Rugby ball, pair of lips. Nikki. Hello, Cass. Hi, Kit. Oh, you're all here. Oh, I've lost my comments. Wait a minute. Okay, so yes, rugby ball shapes, fantastic. Pair of lips, also good. We just need to come down here and get the slope down, and then we just need this little kick back at the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is find my buttercream. Good evening, Keely. Maureen. And I'm just going to crumb coat it. Okay, so no, just did you catch what I said, that I put the buttercream in the middle already? This is not some sort of wacky new way of doing it. We just feed everyone dry cake. So you put your buttercream in first, and then you create a rugby ball shape, and then you just need a come down here so we can flick up for the tail, and then a slide down here so the neck's going to sit here, okay? So if I just crumb coat it, then we can get on to the good stuff. Oh, I should have stuck it to the board. It's sliding around all over the place. But look, my buttercream's better this week. I actually loosened it. Hopefully. So you see, we'd struggle to do it from an 8-inch round because you wouldn't be able to get this length off it. So you're better to do it with either an 8-inch square if you can, if you've got an 8-inch square tin, or a 10-inch round, but then you just got quite a lot of wastage. That's the only thing. So let's just get this buttercream on. There's elevator music, please. Talk amongst yourselves. I hate this bit so much. Sorry, you'll have to deal with me clearing. Touch wood, I think this might be quite a cute cake, you know. So especially if you wanted to do a neck up version. You can do ducks like this as well. You don't have to do a swan. It's the same shape for a duck, isn't it? a duck, you could get away without doing a structure at all. This neck could stick on the front there, just with a dowel. Easter duck. Oh, Easter duckling, I suppose. Oh, you could do a mummy duck and then the baby ducks. That would be so cute. Okay, let me just finish off this crumb coat. So remember, I do this ridiculous speed, basically just to show you the steps as quick as I can. And then you guys are going to go off and take all your lovely time and do it beautifully. And then come back and show me what you've done. That's the end of the game. Anyone who's new to watching tonight, there's a pinned comment at the top. That takes you to the sculpting group where all this rowdy lot hang out with me. If you're new and you haven't joined us, please do. It's completely free. No one tries to take any money off you. We just goof about in there and talk cake and silliness. Alright, am I covered? Good. Right. Let me just double check. Woo! Right, let me see. Oh, I missed the beginning. What size, what shape and cake size? So yes, so sorry, I'll tell it again. So it was an 8-inch square, which is weird. I don't normally do 8-inch squares, do I? But I needed the length, but I didn't want to have too much cake. So an 8-inch square was the size. 12-inch square? No, not today. Mallard would be good. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Quick question. I've just bought the Jaguar class. Why do you use buttercream and not ganache? Basically, because ganache is a bit advanced. Okay, not everyone is into ganache yet. A lot of people, we're getting them in there. But if you start off by telling everybody who hasn't sculpted they used to use ganache, you're just giving them more fear. You're giving them more things. So now they've got to sculpt, and they've got to learn how to make big cakes, and they've got to learn how to use ganache. And it's just putting too many barriers in the way. There is no reason why you have to do the Jaguar, or the Staffy, or the Labrador, or the one I'm working on now. They don't need ganache. They're laid down. There's nothing extra supportive that needs doing. They're not structured. They're not kind of stood on their heads or anything. So, you know, why put the barrier there? They can be done beautifully. And buttercream's cheap, and everyone knows how to make it. So that's why I do the online courses come in different for different people. And I don't want to put too many barriers in for the beginners. I want the beginners to come on and go, yeah, I know how to make buttercream. I can make a cake. I'm going to give it a go. Once you get past that and you're into, oh, I can do this, I really want to do this, let's get into the structure stuff, then it's like, right, okay, this is ganache, get on with it, learn how to do it, and then you're off. So, but Angie, there is nothing stopping you using ganache. If you're a ganache bunny now and you think buttercream is the devil, like I do, then you can absolutely ganache him, but he doesn't need it, like structurally, or you don't need ganache to be able to achieve a brilliant effect. But if you don't like buttercream and you like ganache, you can do it. I just didn't want to, I don't want to put anybody off, basically. My aim is to indoctrinate you all, bring you over to the dark side and make sure that you never, ever, ever do a round cake ever again. And I don't want ganache getting in the way. Hopefully that answers that question. Yeah, okay. So we've now got a nice crumb coated, you can all see this, right, because my picture's not showing me. So we've now got a nice crumb coated cake, which hopefully you can all see. I hope you can all see. And I'm going to move on. So I was thinking about this, about how to cover him, and I think I'm going to cover him in sort of 3 sections. But let's put a little bit of fleshing out stuff on. I want to just build up his little tail a little bit. Little tail a little bit. Let's use a lot of the word little. So I think we need to have this tail up. So if you look at the picture, he's got this lovely little sprightly point to his tail. So I'm just going to add on a little bit. I've just got to get some paste going. I just want to, I'm going to see how much I can do this sitting down. It might help me a little bit. So I'm just going to try and add on. I don't want this to add on. Oh, hello. Go back there. Why is it so slidey today? It doesn't normally slide around, does it? I think that's too much. It's going to break off. Let's just flesh out a little bit here just to give us something to build that tail up on. I reckon. Then first piece, I'm going to cover the middle up to that tail, and then we'll put the 2 wings on. So let me just get some of this going. Now I was looking at this picture of this swan. Most of him, apart from the ends of his wings and the ends of his tail, most of him is kind of quite soft and fluffy. If I was doing this for real and I was making it bigger, then I'd definitely be using wafer paper and start creating some wafer paper feathers for the ends, for the long flight feathers. So we're going to sort of get away with it a little bit today by just sort of drawing in, but we're only going to really draw in those long feathers, okay? The rest of it we're going to just do some nice fluffy stuff, mostly because I've just got 1 hour. But I do think there's a thing about people get far too carried away with trying to draw in individual feathers. If you've watched my owl online tutorial, you see I bang on about this for so long because I get really fed up with it. Is like the amount of cakes that I see where they've cut individual feathers for like every single feather on the bird. And if you have a look at birds, you can't see individual feathers until you get to like the flight feathers, which are the ones right at the end of their wings and right down their tail. And it looks really weird. It looks like they're completely bedraggled and odd looking because birds don't actually look like that in real life. You look at a bird, you can't see every single feather. I'm just making sure I've got long enough piece going on here. Okay, so this is going to be the back going up to, whoops, going up to this tail. I'm just going to wrap this around the end. Let's give him that little tail. Okay. Trying to keep this upright. You just chat amongst yourselves. Alright, so I'm going to put in a few feathers at the end there. I've got my tools out. I'm trying to look at my picture. I'm doing this so fast, okay? I'm really just giving you a start off a 10 on it, alright? What I want to do... Oops. Sorry, I'm going over here a minute. I can't be in 2 places at once. Is I'm going to start dragging some lines in here. This is where the feathers are long enough that you can see them. You can do your lines down the middle of them if you want. You can get into this business, but I think it looks a bit ridiculous because you can't see it. But I'll do it anyway just to show you. I can see the comments flicking, but I can't see what they are. I will come back to them. Hopefully they're not saying, Hannah's not working, because I can't see that bit. Okay, now let's do the other side. Oh, I bet I've gone off the screen doing that. Hang on, let me just do it. I knew if I did it too long it would start sagging. Okay, let me just do the ends of these ones. So I'm just doing the ends. Okay, and then the wings are going to come here and here. So this body bit, let's just do it fluffy. So I'm just using the edge of my tool and flicking it around. I'm not going to bother doing the edge down here because you can't see it because it'll be covered, but let's just try and make some curly, fluffy stuff going on into those longer feathers. Not much cake. Yeah, it's just an 8-inch. I try and make them smaller now because you lot don't like the big cakes on the 1 hour lives. I think because you can't feed them to people, can you? Sort of like, you want to make a 1 hour live sort of just for your family or, you know, kid's birthday or whatever. Whereas when I started doing this and I was doing them all with sort of huge cakes, everyone's like, they're brilliant, but who the heck am I going to feed 100 people worth of cake to? So I started scaling them down and everyone really liked it. So, but obviously, once you've got this going, you can scale it up to whatever you want. If you use the 12-inch, you just get a lot more cake. They'll all scale up. I don't know if it will scale much further down though, but it might do. Just trying to put a few more feathers in whilst I'm going around it. Okay, so rough as you like, just trying to get some fluff going on, like marshmallow fluff. Going to have to do this back bit here, because this bit we'll definitely be able to see. Whoop, broke the buttercream, sorry. So this is a silicone edge tool, which means you get beautiful, lots of different shapes coming in. I'm going to keep poking that until it stays upright. Okay, let's try and put the wings on. Yeah. Right, just thinking what I'm doing. Let me just check, see if there's anyone saying anything that I need to know about. Hi Deirdre, hi Viv, Nikki, yes it's open. Hello Laura, Swan, oh, sugar paste. This one actually isn't. This is not that brand because I can't get it anywhere. It's really freaking me out actually. This is alright, this stuff. It's just, it's drying a little bit faster, but it will do. So yeah, those of you who have bought the various last classes, now that little girl is, touch wood, really on the mend, and not on the mend and then ill, and then on the mend and then ill, I will restart the evening classes related to those online courses, okay? I think, from memory, I think we're on the Yorkie next. So all of you guys who have been sat patiently waiting, I'm going to restart the Tuesday classes, free online tutorials Tuesday classes, to go with those, the Yorkie and the donkey and everything. I just didn't want to start making promises to do them and then find that I was in and out of hospital with her again. So I've just waited a while before starting those again. But as soon as we get back from Easter, I'm going to start those up and start running the lives in the groups because I love them and it's really helpful for people. So I'm just going to work on a wing now. So let me just roll it out. Try and get the shape right. Whoopsie. So I've covered this in, I'm going to cover this in 3 sections, okay? So I've done the back and the tail. Not getting the shape I want here. Let's just redo that. And then I'm going to cover, trying to get a wing going here. Wing shape. It's that way, isn't it? And again, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'll put some feathers in, but only at the ends. And then the rest is this nice fluffy stuff. So let me just cut this. I'm trying to have a look at this picture. If I have enough time, it'd be nice to do a couple of layers with this, but what time are we on? 20 past. So let's see what happens. So let's do that. A bit funky at the front. Sorry, messed that up. Ah! Told you it wasn't the right paste. Hang on. Try again. Sorry, amongst yourselves. I want to get this wing on. And then ideally I'd like to put another kind of part of a wing in front of it. So that I'm trying to build up the layers, because the thing about a swan is they're all layers, aren't they? So I know it's only a 1 hour one, it's only a little fast live, but it'd be nice if we can do it just to bring up those layers a little bit. Let's try. So here we go. So here's wing number 1. And what I want to do, it doesn't come back that far, does it? looking at it on my picture. They've got rounded ends here. If it's not sticking, just use a bit of water. And then again, let's put those feathers in. So again, I'm using the silicone edge tool. And again, we split it and bring it up. Go round the loop, bring it up, round the loop. I'm going to need a bit of water, hang on a minute. It's just sliding down a bit too much. Wah, sorry. God, hopefully you're still in the right position. Just ignore the front end for the minute, we don't need to worry about that. Put that water back down before I knock it over and get my laptop. So round the loop, up, round the loop, up. Just doing those end ones where you can see the flight feathers coming in. I can do another set around, just split it halfway. See? And then again up here, we could do it with our ball tool actually. It's soft, so bring it into softness. Okay, so you're drawing your feathers in, but only on the edge, and you're bringing the rest up nice and soft. Around the front end. Let me just double check something whilst I've done that. Yeah, it's still there, aren't we? Okay. Just double checking myself. Okay, so I'm going to nick some of this. And do the same on the other side. So second wing goes on the other side. Get all my bits together. Laura's getting married in 2 weeks' time. That's exciting. If you are watching this back on YouTube, then I think again we put the link to the free group on it. Which way does my wing go? Hang on. I think, is that right? What am I doing? Don't know. Lost the plot here slightly. Oh, there we go. So second wing. If I turn that, can you see it? Or probably not. I'll do it sneaky quickly. Let's again put the water on, stop it sliding around the place. Let's put water over there. The second wing's going to go on. Stretch it so it goes to the bottom. Remember, sugar paste stretches, okay? So if it's not quite big enough, just stretch it. Doesn't need to be redone. Again, that's coming round to the front. So that will obviously be where his head comes in. Just trying to check them that they kind of vaguely match. And play the same game, so try and come in from the back, up, curve it in, up, curve it in, up, up. And then if you want to do a second row, just split, drag, split, drag, split, drag. You can run down them if you want. If you're going to do it, probably best with your ball tool. And then you can put your splits in. But don't go crazy with it. I've said that too many times. Alright, and then same again, so it comes into nice softness. I'm doing this such speed, okay? Such speed, but I'm just showing you how to build it up. Just blending these in a little bit. Now then, we could do, have we got time to do another little row? Have we got the inclination to do another little row? Shall we do? Oh, go on. I've got half an hour left, it's plenty. I'm going to just do one more row then, just to try and build up that layering. Obviously, you guys can do a lot more. So let's go again. Just somewhere near the top, I think. I might regret this horribly. Ideally, if I had more time, I'd probably shove a straw or something down. It's just annoying me, it's slightly going down, but I shall stop being ridiculous. Alright, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo. 5. And do another one. Halfway again. I get my water on it. Cheeky little water. Stay. And then pummel in the front again. Are you still with me? 23 comments says you are, I just don't know where they are. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then we're going to build his head. Now I've got to think about heads. Wait a minute. How many people does it feed? Not many. 8. Apologise to the cake. Hi. Are you just chattering to yourself? Are you? Nothing to do with me. Okay. Simon Swan. Hello, Carol. Okay. Right, okay, you are just, no, that's fine. If nobody needs me, that's absolutely fine. I do not need to be needed. You can just waffle on to each other. Let's just put that second layer on. And then we'll get on and do his head. As I was saying, you've distracted me now. As I was saying, oh dear. I can't do heads sideways on. I really struggle with them. So for me, I have to do a head the regular way on and then stick it sideways. Okay? So that's how I've done it on all the lives. And that's how I'm going to carry on doing it tonight. Just putting this extra wing bit on. It looks a bit ridiculous, doesn't it, at the minute? Looks like one of them ducks that, you know, looks under the water and just paddles around headless. I've made that too big, as per usual. And let's do the same again. Where's my water? And I'm just going to pop that one on there. I'm just trying to build it up a little bit layered, which is ridiculous in an hour, but there we go. Yeah, that's fine. What am I doing? Right, here we go. Yes. Oh, getting my feather ends on again. Still just doing the ends. I'm still not going to sit here forever and a day doing every single one, going all the way up the body, because it doesn't happen. But that's cool though, even though I'm doing it at ridiculous speed, it still looks cool. Okay, and then I can just do a few splits if I want. If you do the splits and then you decide that over the top, just run your fingers over them, okay? And then you'll get the lines but not the depth. Okay, and then Usual game. Do you know, I thought it might be light enough tonight not to need the light. It was beautifully light in here. A big conservatory. Really light. And I thought I'll get away with it. Thank gosh I didn't. And I thought I better put the light up just in case, because it's now pitch black. That came fast, didn't it? There we go. Alright, so we've got the back of our swan now looking relatively swan-like for an hour thing. So now we're going to sort his head out. To sort my head out at the same time would be really helpful. Okay, we need a big, long swan neck. That is just exactly what you'd imagine it to be. Laura, you've turned up late and like just... Don't make me laugh. No laughing. Shh. Turned up late and just written a million comments. It's like you've made up for lost time. So, right, what am I doing? Here we go. So let's do his neck. I'm going to widen it at one end. I'm not going to create anything dodgy looking at all. And I'm just going to pop that in there. And then I'm going to give it this really nice S-bend coming on the top. Okay, and then I'm going to blend in. Remember, it's all feathered, so you can just bash it in place. Texture, 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 texture. Perhaps a little less bashing here, because it kind of gets a bit softer if you think about it. Okay, so that's his body. Now I need... Why is it down here? I need a bit more. Alright, let's just calm things down a little bit. Now, question is, where am I going to put that? So let me just have a look on a different screen for a second. I'm going to move this. A piece of cake there, let's move it. I'm going to move this back up here without losing it. Hopefully. Alright, and then I'm going to put his head here. Bosh. You see that? There. Let me go back to you. Okay. So as I was saying, I find it really difficult to do sideways heads. So what I do is I do a front head and then put it on his side. And I know that's a bit silly because you end up having to do half the side you're not going to see. But I get a better result. So check it for scale, and then I'm just going to start pulling. Does that feel a bit too big? Maybe it is. Hang on. Right, I'm going to start pulling this beak forward. Now let's just put it flat. Hopefully you guys can see that. And get my hand out of the way as well. So you've got this nice long flat beak coming up to, if I use my tools now, like a V shape. One there, one there. Oh, sorry, poked him. If it's a boy, then you've got this nodule that sits here. How is it? 36. Or a bit too big even for a boy. Nodule there. We're going to have eyes, one this side, one that side. And then all of this is black and this is orange. Find me a tool, any tool. Where's the other one? There it is. This obviously you can take a bit more time with. That one. I just want to slit in these eyes a bit more. Alright, let's get a bit of painting done, shall we? Let me just check you out. Okay. Yes, just wonder if this can be served up with shredded pancakes. Yep, shredded pancakes, shredded duck pancakes. Morning, Kerry. All the way from Australia. Oh, I think I've got them all. Yeah, I think this is a nice cake. This is good fun, this one. Right, okay, let me do some little bit cheeky painting for you. Need to calm it down a little bit to do painting, otherwise I'll get it all wrong. So I've just got, I don't need that. I've just got a bit of orange, because they're quite orangey beaks. I have got a little bit of super white in, just because it helps. If you just use gels, they're really like clear, so you don't get a really decent coverage. So I'll always mix in a bit of super white. Kaz, don't kill me for that. A little bit of super white to get us going, and then let's paint this. I mean, they are pretty bright orange. For a 1 hour sculpt, they're bright orange. If it was a full tutorial, there might be some other stuff going on, but you're getting orange. I don't know if I can handle it being orange. I'm going to end up knocking some brown into it. I know I am. It's so orange. It's 1 hour. What more can you expect? Good grief. Right, here we go. There we go. Orange. Beaky do. Yeah. Have I done all the way around? Can't see. And then black. Where are you all? You've gone. Hang on. Where are your comments gone? Comments. Oh, Hannah, are you using gel without adding liquid? No, yes, maybe. It depends on the gel. Some of the gels are really wet and you don't need to add any liquid. If anything, I do the opposite. I add dust, because I find the gels on their own are just very see-through. So if you have dust, you can make them a bit more paint-like. Oh, okay. I have got a little bit of cheeky water here though. I don't know why it's cheeky water, just regular water will do. Okay. This is going to be fun to put on when it's sopping wet. I've got one shot at it, haven't I? If I get it wrong, I'm going to end up leaving all this colour all over him. So maybe when you do this, you wait for it to dry, yeah? One of them, one of them. I am going to go around the eyes in a minute. I'm just a bit scared. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't help that I've got the world's worst paintbrush. Why have I got that? Oh, dear. Okay, here we go. For the win. That. You're far away, right? You can't see the detail. Well, I've got to go down here as well, have I? And the same on the other side. I hope you guys can still see this. I've kind of wandered off a little bit. I'll come round to you again. Trying to be a perfectionist when you're trying to do something in 1 hour is a bit of a head screw. Alright, so there we go. Okay, now then. Whoa, almost put that in my drink. What I'm going to do... God, I've got, okay, one shot at this. I've got to try and get it right. I will end up having to come and do a little bit of painting when we get him on, okay? I'm just going to get up and do it, alright? So just hold your breath. Oh. Caught him a little bit. That's okay, we'll texture that in. Stop talking, Hannah. No, I just need to a tiny bit more sideways with it. Otherwise, I've broken his head. Okay, let me just have a little paint of that. Now I'm up and about. And that black goes outlines all the way around. So hold your breath. And also comes down here. Okay, so what I want to do now is I've just got to create a blend point, which I probably am easiest to do by actually adding another piece over the top. Just watch yourself because you'll have black on you now. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to blend it in. Again, there's fluffy feathers here, so you should be able to create a reasonable blend. Sorry for my hands in the way. And then I'm going to bring that fluffy texture all the way down. There. All right, let me just move this back in now then. See him? Let's cover that all up there. You have one swan. Super easy. So just finish him off. Let me have a look, see if there's anything more there. No alcohol. No, I only have used water or nothing. Good evening, Jan. Yeah, so dead easy. And then look, I even, because I have more of getting myself in order just at the minute, is I made a little bit of blue. Now, it's the wrong blue, okay? Water doesn't look anything like this, okay? But it's the one I could grab, and people like fantasy water, don't they? Even though it's not real. So I can just very quickly, seeing as I have 15 minutes left, would you believe, I can throw a little waterboard on. Oh, I didn't put any stuff down, hang on. So there you go, really quite an easy one. Quite cute, I think. Obviously, if you do it with a bit more time and a bit more finesse, I reckon you could make it look really quite beautiful. And it doesn't need a structure, but if you wanted to, then it's very easy to structure it up and make yourself a head up swan, no problems at all. I'm just going to ram this on, okay? Let me just put some wrinkles in it. There was someone who was saying they were going to do a black swan because they have those local. I thought a black swan would look really beautiful as well. Let's just come around this side and just do this side. When was the last time I did one of these and I had time to put a board on? So there we go. So So hands up, you think you're going to give this one a go, or you think you could do the same, but you could put a little duck head on the front instead. If you're going to do a duck front, I'll probably just use a wooden dowel or something. You need to give it a little support, but nothing like structured. Uh-oh. Where's the edge of the board? Oh, there it is. I can even make a real mess here if you want. I'm going to just do 2 seconds to finish this board, and then I'll do something a bit silly but fun. God, boards just take forever, don't they? They annoy me so much. Here we go. Chuck it on. Where's my knife? Alright, here we go. All the way around. Just check myself. Alright, one last thing. Good old. This is going to make such a mess. Oh, let's do a bit of swirling round. This is totally unrealistic. But it just, you know, it's supposed to be like swirls in the water. And then you pour this stuff on. Oh, it makes such a mess. This is just corn syrup. And you can make yourself some water boards. I will just smooth it out a little bit. Back of a spoon works really well. It does kind of go a bit tacky, a bit sticky. It will dry a bit. If you want it to completely set, you need to have a look at recipes online. For piping gel, and you can mess around with gelatine and this stuff, and you can make something that sets, properly sets, but for tonight this will do. Oh, there we go, you've even got a completed water board. Alrighty, 53 minutes. I'm just going to check that you can see that right. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Cake to Swan in 1 hour. All right, Christ-key. Let's have a look. Oh, where have the comments gone again? Here we go. Okay. Where is it? Right, hang on, let me just go back in. Looks great, Laura. Thank you, Wendy. Awesome. Geraldine looks well sick. Oh, I think he looks quite healthy. Nikki, I'm on fire tonight. Yeah, chaos. But I thought it was. It works well. It works well. Looking at doing the wolf class, how many do you think it serves? Wolf, you'll get 35 easily because it's quite chunky, and you get all the way at the back. So 35, 40, something like that. Wendy, do it, okay? If you need a hand, just message me or send me an email. I'm always around. These courses are not kind of like invisible. I literally float around all the time. So if you need walking through step by step, you can literally send me photos all the way through, and I will always help you out. So yeah, it's not an invisible thing. I'm totally here. mooching around, helping out anybody who needs it. You can also jump on the group. There's loads and loads of people who've done the wolf on the group. They can show you what they've done. They can tell you where they get stuck. They can tell you what workarounds and that sort of thing. So jump in the group is the first thing to do. Always jump in the group, and then you can find us all, and we'll all help you out with whatever you've done. All the students hang out in there who've done all the classes, so you will always find a load of people who've already done what you're wanting to do, and they can help reassure. They're fantastic cheerleaders. Viv says, who's going to eat that cake? The birdies. I have some very, very fat pigeons and some very, very fat jackdaws. And they now wait every single morning outside my kitchen window. And if I don't put cake out quick, sharp, they look thoroughly hacked off of me. So they now guilt me into it, which is so annoying because we've not lived here that long. So before I was here, where did they go and eat? But every morning, pair of jackdaws, pair of wood pigeons just sat there chatting for each other, waiting for cake. So they will be very happy tomorrow. They're going to eat it. Thumbs up from Deirdre. Rose says brilliant, thanks. Elaine says, Laura says love it. Everybody happy, wonderful. See, I think we can have a good go at these. And I think you could get a duck really easily, a black swan really easily, and just like 6 mil threaded rod through MDF. Give it a quick bend at the top, tin foil, and you're laughing for a head up one as well. Oh, right, that's it. Kit. Thank you very much, Karen, Sarah, Jeffrey. Awesome. I think we've done it. So Katie, did you hear that about the neck standing up? So I don't think you need more than the sorry. I don't think you need more than a 6 mil rod. So you want, because you can't, 8 mils will be difficult to bend. So 6 mil rod, you need to go through an MDF and just bend the neck and then tin foil it and off you go. Yeah, I've noticed the birdies do say thank you with poo. I'm not sure I like them for doing that, but never mind. It's all good, isn't it? Yes, 2 swans kissing, Valentine's one. All good. Right, guys, I want you to give this a go. Loads and loads of you are giving the lamb sculpt. Anyone who's new to this, last 3 weeks ago I did a baby lamb. Loads and loads of people having a go at that for Easter. That's just 8-inch round, so dead easy again. Makes a really beautiful baby lamb. There's loads of those on the group, so if you haven't caught that one, it's either scroll down my page and you'll find it, or have a look, youtube.com, Cake Illusionist. All the 1 hour lives go up there, so they're going back 2 years worth now. You've done loads and loads and loads of these, and they're always done from small cakes, and they're done, I do them in an hour as fast as I can. They're rough and ready. You know, this is not A-class work, this is rough and ready to show you guys, bish bash bosh, this is how we do it. So now it's over to you guys. Give me some ideas for what we're doing next, please. Jump in the group, give me some ideas for what we're doing next. And I will be back in, I'm trying to slowly get back to the end of the month. So it might be either the end of the month or the first one. But I'll be back, give me some ideas, and I will catch you all on the group. All right, I'm going to stop talking because I'm sick of the sound of my own voice. And I'm going to say, see you later. I'll check through the comments, okay? And anything I've not answered, I'll answer then, okay? Take it easy. Good night.